Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I'm Dawn Polly from D Polly Designs and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today I'm working with the Pinkfresh Studio Garden Grace collection. First up is the Garden Grace stamp set. This set comes with two large floral stamps that have all the flowers attached together, which makes stamping super easy. It also includes some really beautiful sentiments that work for lots of occasions. Next, I have the coordinating stencils that color in the florals. These are great if coloring with markers or colored pencils isn't your thing. And finally, I have the coordinating dies that you can purchase separately to perfectly cut everything out. All right, let's get started. The first thing I'm doing is stamping out my floral images using black ink. I love that there are only two large stamps because it makes the process so quick and easy. Now it's time to color the flowers using the stencils. I'm starting with stencil number 1. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but once you figure out the correct orientation, they line up really easily. It only took me a couple of tries to get it lined up, so they're very user-friendly. To hold the stencil in place, I'm using magnets, but you could also use pixie spray or tape if you prefer. For the first layer of the flowers, I'm using Pinkfresh Studio Peony ink. I'm keeping a light hand here because I want soft, delicate flowers instead of really bold colors. Once I finish the first section, I simply move the stencil down to the second floral image and then I line it up again and use the same peony ink. Again, I'm keeping everything soft and light, and just like that, stencil number 1 is complete. Next, I'm lining up stencil number 2, and for these little accent flowers, kind of berry-like details, I'm using some Pinkfresh Studio Mulberry Blush ink. For stencil number 3, I'm bringing in Pinkfresh Studio Cherry Blossom ink for the main flowers. I'm still using a light hand here because I'll be coming back later to add some shading. For the flower centers, I'm using Mulberry Blush again, going just a little darker. I want the centers to stand out slightly without overpowering the flowers, and look at how pretty that already looks. Now for the leaves, I'm using Pinkfresh Studio Fresh Pear ink. I absolutely love this green. It's one of my go-to colors because it complements so many palettes beautifully, and these colors together are just gorgeous. For the final stencil layer, I'm using Fresh Pear again, but applying it a little heavier to create some depth and variation in the leaves. Now I'm bringing in stencil number 3 back in for some shading on the flowers. This time I'm using Mulberry Blush ink, but I'm adding a color just around the edges of the petals. Before blending, I'm dabbing most of the ink off onto a scrap piece of paper or napkin because I don't want any harsh dark spots. Since this is a darker color, a little bit goes a long way. I'm also using an Altenew small fine blending brush, which makes it really easy to focus just around the edges. And look at the difference. The soft shading adds so much dimension compared to the flowers without shading. Okay, now watch how easy it is to cut everything out all at once. These all-in-one dies are seriously my favorite because they make die cutting so quick and effortless. I also went ahead and cut the second floral image too, and just look at all these beautiful flowers you get. Next, I stamped my sentiment onto a circle using black ink. For the card base, I cut a piece of white cardstock to 3¼ inches by 5 inches and adhered it to a piece of peach cardstock cut to 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Then I adhered everything to an A2 sized white card base. Now I'm ready to build my floral arrangement. There's really no rhyme or reason to how I'm placing the flowers. I'm just layering them randomly to create a soft oval shape around the card front. You could definitely add foam tape behind some of the flowers for extra dimension, but for this card I decided to keep things simple. Once I was happy with the arrangement, I added foam tape to the back of the sentiment and adhered it right in the center of the flowers. To finish off the card, I'm adding my favorite self-adhesive Fashion Oyster pearls for a little sparkle and texture. I love using my craft knife to pick them up because it makes placement so much easier. Just don't forget to press them down really well so they stay put. And that's going to complete my card for today. I absolutely love how this turned out with all those beautiful florals creating the background. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. I'd love for you to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the card. Your feedback means a lot and I always enjoy hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Scrapbook Pals channel and follow them on their other social media platforms so you never miss out on upcoming releases and all the amazing inspiration. Also, be sure to check out their website for all the new releases and tons of creative goodies. As always, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day and get some crafty time in soon.